Today being National Signing Day in Wisconsin, welcome to class of 5 commits for the class of 2020, a class that is ranked number 8 recruiting class in the nation according to ESPN.com. Earlier today, the following players signed their national letters of intent. Lauren Bowman, a 6'2" guard from Detroit, Michigan. Ben Carlson, 6'9" forward from St. Paul, Minnesota. Stephen Crowell, a 6'9" center from St. Paul, Minnesota. Jonathan Davis, a 6'4" guard from La Crosse, Wisconsin. And Jordan Davis, a 6'4" guard from La Crosse, Wisconsin. Before questions today, we'll have Coach talk a little bit about today's signing class.
All right, thanks, Patrick. Obviously a great day for us, but probably even more importantly for those 4 families, because we have a twin with the Davis brothers. You know, happy for them. It's a long process as a player to go through middle school and high school and the dream of playing in college basketball. You know, for it collectively, obviously, it's gotten high regards in terms of the rankings. I don't pay a whole lot of attention to that because it won't matter or mean anything when they get here next summer. It'll be going to work and trying to be part of a really good team. But you know, each of them I think bring a different skill set and something unique can help us. But the nice thing is, it was a group that obviously really good players, and at the same time understood the big picture in terms of how important education was or is, how important being part of a team and something bigger than yourself is. And they really, our culture here is phenomenal, and they all were really attracted to that in terms of the type of people we have here, what we're doing, our resources, and then also the education and how an education from the University of Wisconsin can set you up for life. And you know, obviously, like I said, very talented players, but more importantly, great people that understand they want to be part of something bigger than themselves. Our players did a phenomenal job in all the visits, the hosting. Like I said, I mentioned before, the culture, and that really, you can't fake the culture. You can't hide it, or pretend it's something that it's not. And we let our recruits visit with all of our players, all 16, 17 of them. We don't hide anybody from any recruit. Or I always tell them, the players and the parents, when they come in, pop the hood, kick the tires, you know, ask us anything you want. And I got to give also a shout out to my assistant coaching staff, because they have been phenomenal. And obviously what we've gone through in the last 5 months with Coach Moore's accident and all those tragedies that have happened and circumstances that our team and our staff have had to deal with. You know, Joe and Dean have really rallied and done a phenomenal job, and Orlando has stepped into a very hard, trying circumstance and done a great job as well. So I got to give my hat off to those 3 guys as well, because they've done a terrific job of being very communicative and did a terrific job, like I said, in the recruiting process with all 5 guys. So I'll take questions now, whether it's about any of the 5 that signed or regarding the game, kind of lump it all into one.
Yeah, starting with the game, Greg. I mean, obviously you knew Kobe wasn't even there, but when you ran into foul trouble with Nate, Aleem, did you anticipate having to use some of the combinations and depending on a guy like McGrory, who doesn't really get much time? Yeah,
you know, Walt McGrory has been catching our attention over the last few weeks, and regardless of Kobe King's injury, I needed to find a way, and I've talked to the staff about it, and even talked to Walt about it. I got to try to find a way to get him on the floor, because he's earned that opportunity. And he's played really well with the scout team. He's just solid, just sound, just how he plays tonight. That's how he's been every day. And I think he's learned with the experience he's had over the last couple of years. So our hand was forced a little bit tonight with obviously Kobe being out. But I thought he really gave us a catalyst. We were not very good in the first half, specifically defensively. And we were, you know, a step slow and late on things and letting the ball get to high percentage areas too much. And Kennedy got really comfortable, and you know, he had 18 of his 20 in the first half, but we let the ball get in too easily. And when you're late and reacting instead of anticipating defensively, that's when you pick up fouls. And that's what happened with Nate and Lean. Second half, much better. Thought we were more proactive and aggressive and kept the ball out of the post, and obviously got some offense from our defense. Nice to see the ball go in, but the catalyst was we were much better defensively in the second half.
Jim?
I know you weren't real concerned when the shots weren't going in, but do you think one guy seeing another guy make it a little bit of a contagious thing where they were going in one after another?
Yeah, it works both ways. I thought early we settled too much for too many early threes. We didn't attack. We weren't aggressive. I thought Walt came in and made some aggressive plays, and we were able to attack the press and get to the rim and not kind of stand and look at it. At times, like I said, at one point we had taken 9 threes and only two-point shots in one of the timeouts we talked about. And, if the threes are there, great, but we kept the ball around the perimeter and didn't play inside out like we need to do. And once we started to do that and attack the press a little bit, we were able to loosen things up a little bit and make it easier for us in the second half.
Coach, Brad said that you talked to them at halftime and you gave them some words that kind of sparked them in the second half. What did you say to them?
Just we got to be better defensively. I think that was pretty evident. We had to be better positionally. We had to take pride in what we do. We just had to play better. And the shots are going in. It will go in. I never get too wound up about shots going in or not. I will comment or adjust on quality of the shot, but it was the defensive end, and that was the biggest thing that I felt we needed to improve upon and change how we were playing, which they did. Credit to our players because they were able to get back to being who we need to be defensively in the second half.
Coach, you mentioned that first that the guys were kind of having trouble beating McNeese's press, especially early on. What kind of adjustments were made to get better shots and get a little bit better? Because the second half, the press didn't seem to bother them at all.
Yeah, we didn't have trouble beating it. It was a matter of when we got the ball down, we didn't attack it when they were still spread out and still recovering. We let them get back into whatever they wanted to do defensively, and we stood and watched a lot. So at times we attacked it better. We adjusted a little bit and made a change at halftime on who I was bringing into the middle, more of a ball handler. But the biggest thing, we were just more aggressive on both ends of the floor in the second half.
And as far as the recruiting class, what did you see out of the Twins that made them special?
Well, number one, and this stands out with every recruit that we look at, how competitive they are. And I have an affection for guys that play football, and both those guys did, and it brings a toughness and a competitive level that's a little higher than most. They're a little different, the Johnny's a little longer, maybe plays with a little more Johnny's lightning and Jordan's thunder. But Jordan's a little thicker right now physically. Jordan shoots the ball well. Johnny's working on that. Both have a chance to be terrific defenders. I think that's the one thing that jumped out to me right away. Jordan's more athletic than people realize. Some things I've watched him do here at team camp and things. I think they both have a chance to be really good defensively. But the number one thing is they want to stay home. They want to play here in Wisconsin. They want to play where friends and family can watch them play, and they want to be a part of a program that tries to chase championships every year. And they're about that. They won a state championship. They're trying to get another one here as seniors. But the number one thing is just how competitive they are. They understand and commit to a process that it takes to be successful. And we're excited to have them join us along with the other three.
Apologies if...
Go ahead. Nick, go ahead. Thanks.
Coach, you mentioned how defense can help lead to offense. How did one of the stretches where the team forced, I believe, 6 turnovers in 6 minutes help lead to some of those open shots, including making 10 in a row in the second half?
Yeah, I think anytime you can, score in transition, if it's a turnover, it's a live ball turnover. Trevor Anderson made a great play, diving on the floor. We were more active in gaps. We were digging dribbles loose at times. Like I said, when we were able to create some live ball turnovers and run in transition and make good decisions, we have a lot of guys that can shoot it. So that puts a pressure on the defense in transition in terms of covering shooters and trying to make sure we put pressure on the rim and then making good decisions. And if we have something, take it. If not, let's get the highest quality shot we can.
Apologies if I missed this earlier in the week, but is there a timeline for Kobe coming back?
No, there's not. He ran through some preliminary tests or whatever today with our training staff, and they made the decision that he wasn't going to go tonight. So I think right now we'll see how he's doing tomorrow. He's doing better. but he wasn't in a position where he was going to be able to play tonight.
Anything new on the powder front in the last 48 hours?
No. Sorry, Jim.
Anyone else?
Yes, a couple more. Yeah, you can ask him.
Okay. Obviously, thank you. The stats might not jump off the page, 3 points in 26 minutes for Tyler Wall, but he was on the court for the huge run and seemed to be really comfortable on defense, leading the break. What did you like from Tyler?
Kid's a player, and he just keeps getting better and more comfortable. The offense and that stuff will come. And he stuck this stat sheet a few games ago, but he just knows how to play. He's versatile. He's able to switch things. He's picking up. It's hard for a true freshman 3 games into your career to, understand when we switch ball screens, when we don't, when we hedge, when we fly trap. So he's learning on the fly, probably a little faster than thrown into fire, a little faster than most freshmen have been. But he's so versatile. He'll get stronger. That'll come in time, but just competes. You mentioned about the Davis twins, how they compete. If you compete and you're smart and you take instruction well, you've got a chance to play a lot. And Tyler's so, you don't have to tell him anything twice. You say it once and he learns it. Say it once and he learns it. So, like I said, he's only going to get better and better because he's hungry and he works at it.
Anything further? Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.